Good Friday morning, Bell Elementary. Today is June 9th, 2023. It is a day 5. Today's weather forecast calls for rain with a high temperature of 65 degrees. Please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today's lunch choices are 6-inch round pizza with garlic salad, chickpeas, fresh fruit, and milk. You may also choose from a turkey and cheese sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a yogurt meal, or a popcorn chicken salad. Monday's breakfast choices are breakfast bread or cereal. We would like to wish a very happy Bell birthday over the weekend to Eli Nichols, Amaya Bajwa, and Amelia Bruno. Congratulations to Monty Crawley, who showed outstanding Black Knight behavior by being kind and considerate to a friend during his speech session. To Rex Harrington, who showed outstanding Black Knight behavior by showing role model behavior during math and targeted reading.
How are you, sir?
And to Joe Moran, who showed outstanding Black Knight behavior by working hard and getting all the stuff done during targeted reading.
Yeah, my parents come in August.
If you have any notes from home, please make sure you send those to the office now. Have a great Friday, Bell buddies.
But I also probably should chase up with Scott or someone about actually applying, because obviously I don't get the emails. So,
You're Peter. You just show up. You will get.
that's true. That is true. I've done it every year for however long. But
I know.
yeah, so I plan on doing a couple of weeks if they need me. Are you taking pictures today? Or you're just doing the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you need me to do?
I mean, if you have your camera, because Duncan, little fella's getting one.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm here, obviously. But I didn't know if I'd be able to get up and snap one if you were taking stills.
I think Lori might be.
Okay.
But I'll check.
I figured there'd
we'll
be
get
something.
it.
If not, I can always try to get one on the phone. But I know that you guys are usually in the better positions. So.
Yeah. I'll we'll get it. I'll check, make sure. Either if Lori's not taking them, I'll take a bunch of pictures. But
If you could,
I can
that'd be
actually
great.
check that now. So.
I appreciate it, man.
Very
Good to
good.
see you.
Yeah, you
Take
too.
it easy, and probably will see you over the summer, I'd imagine.
All right, sounds good.
Good morning, Val Elementary. I am Erica Strick, the proud principal of Floyd L. Bell Elementary, and I'd like to welcome our parents, families, friends, students, faculty, and staff to our Q4 Knights Recognition Ceremony for pre-K through first grade. Before we begin, I ask that everyone will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our Student Council officers, Jake Carlson and Isaac Fisher.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Isaac and Jake. We are glad that you are able to be with us today to celebrate how hard our students have worked during this last quarter of our 2023-2024 school year. The students that are going to be recognized today have gone above and beyond to demonstrate our character words of Q4, which are optimism and patience. Here's how our recognition will work. Each teacher has recognized 2 students from their classes. I will call those names and you will come up on stage, we'll give you your certificates and we'll take a picture. We will begin with our 3-year-old pre-K classroom. Our first student to be recognized today is Duncan Farden by Mrs. Doolittle for patience. Duncan is a kind and patient young man. He is a good friend to his classmates and is always considerate of others while playing games and activities. Ellie Reed from Mr. Greg, her bus driver, for patience. Ellie is a patient and kind student. She is a leader on the bus. Peyton Abbott from Mr. Jean, her bus driver, for optimism. Peyton is a great student who is a wonderful listener. She always has something funny to say. Nicholas Richards from Mr. Tom, the bus driver, for patience. Nicholas gets along with everyone and shows patience. Piper Bush from Mrs. Doolittle for optimism. Piper is a positive young lady who comes to school with a smile on her face every day. She is eager to see her friends, and she takes part in all of the activities with so much enthusiasm. Thank you, Piper, for helping us all learn sign language. Let's give a round of applause to our 3PK recipients.
We're going to take a brief break while our 3PK classroom heads back to their room. Class? Now we will recognize our 4-year-old pre-K students. When you hear your name called, please come up on stage. Ella Patch from Mrs. Bowis for patience. Ella is a kind and patient friend to everyone in her class. She is a role model for others in the classroom. Alina Bowis from Mrs. Bowis for patience. Alina has been working hard on sharing with friends and waiting her turn in our classroom. She has shown great improvement this year. Venus Van Black from Mrs. Kaminsky for optimism. Venus is always kind, patient, and understanding with others. She is a good friend. Carson Salisbury from Mrs. Kaminsky for patience. Carson demonstrates patience and focus while creating and building structures in the classroom. He works until he is satisfied with what he has created. Please give our UPK recipients a round of applause. We will now recognize our kindergarten classes. First, in the kindergarten recognitions is Enzo Sprague from Mrs. Patch for optimism. Enzo has shown a positive attitude during math and gets very excited to learn new things. Raylyn Williams from Mrs. Silvernail for patience. Raylyn is so patient and kind with her classmates. She is very understanding when they are having a difficult time, and she is very forgiving. Hannah Williams from Mrs. Young's for optimism. Hannah is always in a great mood and has a positive attitude. Kaden Wilson from Mrs. Buno for optimism. Hayden is always happy to be at school and eager to make every day the best day. Let's give our kindergarten recipients a round of applause. To begin our first grade recognition, Xavier Jackson from Mrs. Patch for optimism. Xavier always has a smile on his face. He loves to learn new things and has a positive attitude. Lillian Payne from Mrs. Silvernail for optimism. Lillian sees the good in everything and shows excitement with all things connected to learning. Violet Carver from Mrs. Young's for optimism. Violet has a positive attitude no matter what. And Malaya Moppert from Mrs. Buno for optimism. She shows a positive attitude during reading and always puts forth her best effort. Let's give our first grade recipients a round of applause. Now we will recognize students from our special area classes. If your name is called, please come up on the stage. Isabella Knapp from Mrs. Schuster for optimism. Isabella has such a playful and positive outlook. Michaela Cook from Miss Saraceno for optimism. Michaela is such a sweet little artist. You can already see her talent in kindergarten. She is kind and just loves coming into art. She is like a little Van Gogh in the making. Camilla Buck from Mrs. LeClaire for patience. Camilla is a patient and kind friend who is always helping her classmates. Ronan Pomeroy from Mr. Carlson for optimism. Ronan has been working so hard on making great choices in PE. He comes to class each day and makes sure he focuses on being positive. Noah Dietrich from Mrs. Edwards for patience. I have seen Noah grow over the past 2 years so much. He is a kind and patient friend with others, and he always brings a positive attitude to art. Kylie Karatnik from Mrs. Chester for optimism. Kylie is always a ray of sunshine during her sessions, even when she's working on tricky skills. Piper Warner from Miss Stone for optimism. Piper always has a smile on her face. Let's give our special area students a large round of applause. recognize our STEM student leaders from coding and engineering classes. Julian Andrade from Mr. Marcotte for patience. Julian is a kind and persistent engineer. Benson Boyce from Mr. Thompson for patience. Benson has done a great job working on code.org and the puzzles. Taryn Scheffler from Mr. Marcotte for patience. Taryn is hardworking, persistent, young engineer. Let's give our STEM student learners a round of applause. Class. Let's make sure our bodies are still, our eyes are watching, and our ears are listening. So for our last recognition group, we are going to share who the bus drivers nominated as the citizens of quarter 4. Our first nomination is Zoe Gall from the Elephant Bus for patience. Zoe is a very kind friend, and she is happy to sit with whoever needs help, and she always lends a helping hand. Raylan Williams from the Penguin Bus with Mr. Tom for optimism. Raylan is always smiling and waits until I stop to move so that the 3 PK students don't have to sit home. Juniper Porter from Mr. Vito on the Deer Bus for patience. Juniper shows patience every day on the bus by helping friends to remember to be kind to one another. Let's give our bus recognitions a final round of applause. At this time, I would like to give all of the students recognized this morning a final round of applause. This concludes our quarter 4 recognition ceremony. Remember that we are always focusing on striving to do our best every single day. Our character words were patience and optimism, and it's important to remember that we should live by these every day at Bell Elementary School. I just want to thank all of our parents and guests for coming. Please remember you can rewatch the live stream at any point on the district's YouTube channel. At this time, we would like to ask our parents, families, and guests to exit the auditorium first. Thank you.
Yeah, just over there.
Okay.
class? Yes. Good morning, Bell Elementary. I would like to welcome you. I am Erica Strick, the proud principal of Floyd L. Bell Elementary, to our Quarter 4 2023-2024 Knights Recognition Ceremony. It is the last ceremony of this school year for our Knights Recognition. We would like to thank all of our parents, friends, and guardians for coming to support us today and to see all of these amazing accomplishments that our students have made over Quarter 4. We are live streaming this event, so you can view it on the district's YouTube page. So to begin our ceremony, I would like to invite Abby Birch and Kayla Youngs, two student council officers, up to lead us through the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Abby and Kayla. We are so glad that we have all gathered today to celebrate how hard our students have worked during the fourth quarter. They have focused on what it means to be a good citizen, a good friend, a good classmate, and a wonderful leader. We have focused on the character words of patience and optimism for Quarter 4. So the students that you see recognized today will be up on stage because they have demonstrated characteristics of patience and optimism. So here's how our recognition will work. I am going to call students up. The teachers have nominated 2 students from each of their classes. You're going to come up on stage using these stairs. We're going to have you walk in front and stand on the right side this time so that we can have a good view for our live stream and for photos. So we will begin with our 5th grade class. First student to be recognized today is Aiden Clark from Mrs. Leonard for optimism. Aiden is a patient and optimistic student. He demonstrates patience and understanding when working with partners and in small groups. He always takes his time when completing assignments and displays a positive attitude at school at all times. Kalani Hale from Mrs. Soretto for optimism. Kalani has an optimistic outlook in math. He takes on challenges with a positive attitude and is able to focus on what he can do in order to reach his goals. Kendall Marvin from Mrs. Lucas for patience. Kendall shows patience every day in all classrooms. She is calm, exercises self-control, and is helpful to her peers and teacher. Michael Nowak from Mrs. Karatnik for patience. Michael is a patient person who responds to situations with a positive outlook and attitude. Finnegan Coughlin from Mrs. Regan for optimism. Finn is always happy, willing to work hard, and always tries his best. Let's give our 5th grade recipients a round of applause. We will now recognize our 4th grade students, starting with Evelyn Conway from Mrs. Leonard for patience. Evelyn is a patient and kind student. She demonstrates patience and understanding when working with partners and in small groups. She takes her time when completing assignments instead of rushing through them. Giovanna Ingraziolo from Mrs. Soletta for patience. Gia is a naturally patient person. She takes her time to deeply absorb new information and connect it to past experiences. She demonstrates patience in her classroom as a learner and with her peers in all situations. Nathan Slozinski from Mrs. Lucas for patience. Nathan demonstrates patience by taking his time to deeply think about his responses to questions in verbal and written form. He also waits patiently for lessons to begin and his turn when participating. Avea Patano from Mrs. Carratti for patience. She is always kind, understanding, and such a patient friend. Let's give our fourth grade recipients a round of applause. We will now recognize our third grade students, starting with Ryella Ramsey from Mr. Avery for patience. Whenever it comes to a task, Ryella will complete it and express a great deal of positive attitude as she waits patiently, always acting as a role model. Everly Carver from Mrs. Christopherson for patience. Everly shows patience every day. She is calm, exercises self-control, and is supportive of others. Our classroom is a better place because of her. Malaya Warren from Miss for patience. Malaya is patient in all areas. She is kind, and she always makes sure she is patient with herself when learning something new and tackling challenges. Dominic Carlson from Miss for optimism. Dom continues to come to class ready to learn, and he is always optimistic to try new things. He brings a positive attitude to math every day. Helen Sisinko from Mrs. Optimism. Helen has been handling his surgery like a trooper. He has a positive attitude every day. Let's give our third grade recipient a round of applause. We will now recognize our second grade students, starting with Henry Nowak from Mr. Akey for patience. Henry shows patience every day by coming to the classroom and getting his materials ready, and then quietly waits for the lesson to begin at his seat. Mia Zhang from Mrs. Christopherson for patience. Mia shows patience daily as she works to learn a second language and effectively communicate with others. She tackles challenges each day with calmness and positivity. Melody Zhang from Mrs. Christopherson for patience. Melody shows patience daily as she strives to learn a second language and communicate with others. She always has a calm demeanor, an open mind, even when things are challenging. Austin Aldridge from Miss Petrosani for optimism. Austin comes to class each day with an optimistic attitude towards whatever we are learning. Cecilia Woodward from Miss Knox for optimism. Cece shows optimism daily during math. She is always ready to learn new things and to participate during class. Let's give these second grade award recipients a round of applause. Class. We will now move on to our special area classes for second and third grade. I would like to, actually we're gonna do all of the grades together. I would like to start with Ethan Douglas from Mr. Carlson for patience. Ethan has shown an incredible amount of patience when attempting his skill set in PE. He is always on the path to success. The next student has 2 nominations. Ava Sura from Mrs. Edwards for optimism. Ava has grown so much over this year. She has evolved into such a kind and talented, fearless artist. She is optimistic every single day. Her second nomination is from Mrs. Hendricks for optimism. She has been working so hard to be the best that she can be. Kayla Shimmer from Mrs. Thornton for optimism. Kayla has a positive attitude about school, friends, and family. Hunter Morgan from Mrs. Sutton for optimism. Hunter works hard and is eager to participate and learn. His positive attitude and hard work have helped him become a strong reader. Ava Schrager from Mrs. Sutton for optimism. Ava has a positive attitude and gives consistent effort towards her reading. Mia Twyman from Mrs. Fisher for optimism. Mia looks on the bright side and finds the positive in others and situations. Anna Marie Hall from Mrs. Schuster for patience. Anna Marie is a patient partner, and she always spends extra time with students who need it. Dallas Fair from Mrs. Thornton for optimism. Dallas shows up every day with a positive attitude. Her can-do mindset pays off when school is hard. Raella Ramsey from Mrs. Schuster for optimism. Raella always has a positive attitude and projects that to her peers during her sessions. Philip Castle from Mrs. McCara for patience. Philip is always patient and kind with students and staff. Let's give this group of special area student leaders a round of applause. Benedict from Mrs. Edwards for optimism. Mackenzie is kind, joyful, and always looks on the bright side of any situation. Kayla Youngs from Miss Sarah Smith for optimism. I love having Kayla walk in my art class. She is such a joy and truly loves art. She works hard on her projects, and I know she will flourish in the middle school fine arts program. Jocelyn Lishko from Mrs. Edwards for patience. Jocelyn is a kind and patient friend to everyone. She has an amazing sense of humor and always brightens each person's day. Juliana Buck from Mrs. Fisher for patience. Juliana consistently shows patience and kindness. Let's hear a round of applause for our fourth and fifth grade special ed recipients. Class. We will now recognize our STEM student leaders, science, engineering, coding. So when I call your name, please come up to the stage. Jovi Gold from Mrs. Mulcahy for patience. Jovi is a patient student who always approaches problems in a low-key but high-focused attitude. She makes sure that she thinks of solutions before pulling out her best designs. Dominic Carlson from Mrs. Mulcahy for optimism. Dominic is never deterred by engineering designs that he evaluates and finds weaknesses with. He is always looking for the better, stronger, faster, and funner option. He is sure that his hard work will yield results, and it does. Daniel Williams from Mr. Thompson for patience. Daniel has done a fantastic job with Code.org. He's always so persistent with the Code.org puzzles. Madison Nichols from Mrs. Calabora for optimism. Madison makes great connections with science and she's eager to learn. Her positive attitude helped her excel at being a STEM leader. Frankie Farkas from Stanford for patience. Frankie is not afraid of taking on a challenge. She is persistent and hardworking. Isaac Cordner from Mrs. Calabora for optimism. Isaac's I can attitude and effort are top-notch in our classes. His focus on positivity allows him to tackle difficult STEM projects with multiple solutions. Kalani Hale for patience. Kalani has done great work during coding class. He always makes sure he's focused on those Code.org puzzles. Christina Soto for optimism from Mrs. Ashley. Christina has a positive can-do attitude and is always willing to help others. Let's give a round of applause for our STEM school leaders. Class. Our final round of award recognitions come from our bus drivers. At Bell, we make sure to instill the same character traits inside our building and outside of our building, and that includes the bus. So today we would like to start with Ava Schroger from Mr. Joe on the Octopus bus. Ava has always been patient and is well behaved while riding the bus. Next, Mia Twyman from Mrs. Ruth on the Elephant bus. She is a sweet girl, very helpful, and always willing to help our younger students. Mia Zhang from Mr. Vito on the Deer bus. Mia shows optimism by continuing to learn and understand the routines of the bus while learning a new language. Melody Zhang from Mr. Vito on the Deer bus. Melody shows optimism by continuing to learn and understand the routine of the bus while learning a new language. Jovi Gold from Mr. Tom on the Cat bus. Jovi takes good care and watches out for her sister. She is patient with everyone. Rihanna Swayze from Mr. Greg on the Bat bus. Rihanna is patient with others. She is a leader at making sure our bus is the safest place possible. Taylin Warner from Mr. Dean on the Frog bus. Taylin is a great kid who always helps out others on the bus. Kendall Marvin from Mr. Red on the Bat bus. Kendall is patient with others, is a leader in keeping the bus in order. Kayla Youngs from Mr. Tom on the Pizza bus. Kayla is very courteous to fellow riders. She always remembers to say please and thank you. She greets everyone on the bus and off the bus. Beverly Rauscher from Mr. Joe on Octopus bus. Beverly is always very helpful and has great patience and care for others. Let's give our bus recognition students a round of applause. At this time, I would ask that we give a final round of applause to all of our student leaders today. This concludes our Q4 Knights recognition for 2nd through 5th grade. The students that were recognized today were recognized for being great student leaders and quality classmates. We would like to thank all our family members and friends who were able to join us in person and on live stream. At this time, we would ask that our guests exit the auditorium first through that right door. Thank you so much.